Perfect. All right, let's give it a few seconds for people to join in. Welcome, everybody. I see we have 13 people. Are you able to see the attendees list, Julie and Marina? You might know some of these people joining in. It's going to be rep principals and maybe other manufacturers you've seen in showrooms before.
I see attendees 17, but I don't see a list.
Gotcha. Well, we'll give a couple minutes for everyone to join in. Make this full screen. There we go. I see about 20 people have joined now. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes for everyone to join in, and then we can get started. Now, for those of you that have joined, do we sound okay? I see Beverly put in the questions. Am I the only one who cannot hear the audio? I was muted for a minute there. Beverly, can you hear us now? Can anyone else hear us? Testing.
Hello.
You can feel free to chat, guys, if you just joined. Sandy, Terry, Wendy. Wendy says, I can hear you. Perfect. Okay. It might have been just because I was muted there, Beverly. All right. Perfect. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I think we have most of the people here. I see it's just over 20. So today we're going to be covering another MarketTime webinar series. This one's going to be covering specifically the vendor management side of it and going over how easy it is as a manufacturer to manage your company in MarketTime and the importances of that. We have Julie Wells and Marina Drake with us today. I wanted to say welcome to them. They're with Djeco US, which is a toy manufacturer based out of France. Is that correct, Julie?
That is correct.
Perfect. Well, I wanted to welcome you guys today here and thank you for being our panelists for this manufacturers webinar. Where we wanted to start off is just kind of getting some background on you, Julie, and being in the toy industry. I'm aware that you've been in it for quite a while. Can you give us a little quick background on your history in the toy industry?
Sure, I'll share my toy story. I have been a retailer and now on the manufacturing side. So a retailer with a specialty store in Indiana for nearly 10 years. And then have been on the other side of the toy world in the manufacturing vendor side for almost another 10 years it's been. So I've really enjoyed getting to see both sides and understanding both sides has given me a unique perspective.
Perfect. And can you give us a quick brief on like what Djeco is? And I know you guys are part of the Djeco US branch, but you guys are a toy manufacturer?
Yes, we are a part of a larger story that started in Paris, France. Djeco is based in Paris and has been around for 60 years. It's a family-owned company and a real special brand, lifestyle, children's goods. So anywhere from puzzles and games to baby items, wooden items, umbrellas, everything for the child's world. So we started the Djeco US subsidiary in 2019. And so we are the very first and only subsidiary of the French company, and we're really proud to be making our way in this market.
Perfect. Awesome. And Marina, glad to have you here as well. Can you give us a little bit of backstory whenever you kind of joined Julie on this journey with Djeco?
Yeah, so I joined Djeco straight out of college. So I was kind of there in 2019 towards the beginning, but I've worked with Djeco for basically my whole career. So for about 3 years, I've been in the toy industry, loving
Perfect.
every minute of it.
That's good to hear. I love the toy industry as well. And how long have you guys used MarketTime? Marina, I know that you're the primary user for it. Can you tell us just kind of how long you've been using it and a little bit about your experience with it?
Yeah, I've been using it, oh my goodness, probably for the 3 years that I've been with Djeco. We used it to kind of at first manage our reps. So it's our rep ordering system. They place the orders, goes into our warehouse. But then recently we also started using it as an ordering system at our shows. And it's been very smooth. It's very nice to have everything updated in one location to be fed into all of the places that we need it to go.
Perfect. Yes. I do remember seeing you guys at the Astro show in Minneapolis. And I think that was your first big show using it, at least for order entry, right? Using the barcode scanners. And I think you guys use iPads.
Yes.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. So you guys have been using it for 3 years. What are some of the biggest benefits as a manufacturer you guys have seen from using manufacturers as a vendor management system to control your products? What kind of do you see as the benefits and just of using market time that other manufacturers could also receive as well?
I think one of the biggest benefits is just being able to have our own data. Owning and controlling your own data is just so important, and it's so efficient across the board. Like I said earlier, we have one point of data that feeds into multiple areas. We only have to do this one time. It takes one person, maybe like an hour, depending on how many products you have. Now we have 400 products, so it's a lot, but you could do it in about a day.
Perfect. So just a day to kind of load up all your products. I know you guys also have images, documents, promotions, and I think you have pretty much all of that loaded in, and takes you a day, let's say, give or take a little bit of time to keep it updated. And how often do you update your products? Like once a year, or is it once a quarter?
It depends on what kind of information we'd like to feed out to our reps or our warehouse. Usually, when we import a lot of our new products, it's just one fell swoop goes into the system. But then we also do weekly updates. So if there's something that changes in a product, something we want to promote differently, we'll switch up the information that way as well.
Perfect, perfect. And to kind of give you guys in the audience a view of what we're talking about, let me go ahead and switch over to my market time view, because I want to cover the processes that Marina does whenever she's talking about updating her products in market time. Generally, this all starts with an Excel file. So you have an Excel file of your products, right, Marina, that has pretty much all of these columns that I have on my screen. So item number, name, description, categories, pricing. Is there anything outside of these products that you're currently utilizing to import into market time, or is it pretty similar? Oh,
Sorry, I think I lost my
no, you're good. So this is kind of like a similar Excel file that you guys use to just import into market time. Perfect. Okay. And so whenever we're talking about a manufacturer, I know the rep groups, a lot of you guys, rep group principals are on this call, but for the view from the manufacturers is very similar. They have an Excel file like this, and in market time, there is an import function. So this is the manufacturer view of market time. It looks a little bit more condensed than the rep agency view, but they have the same import tools. And so it literally takes seconds to be able to import their products. They just select an Excel file from their computer. It has all the columns either matched up, or you can match them up yourself, and you can import them into the system. So this product as process, as long as you have an Excel file, should really only take a handful of seconds to then import it into the MarketTime, and then it's instantly shared with all the rep agencies. All of this is live, done in the cloud. Like Julie and Marina were saying, it's instant, it's all very efficient. And so now every single one of the rep agencies that are connected with Djeco, they get your updates, products, inventory, new pictures that you introduce, branding, all of that can be done very seamlessly. Now, do we still have Marina, or did we lose your voice there? I
I
think
think
she's
we
still
lost your voice.
okay, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, so the next
Here.
question's for you though, Julie. I wanted to
Okay.
ask, now that we've kind of covered like all the different processes that you guys use to update it, has using MarketTime's vendor management improved the quality of orders that you're receiving from the reps?
Absolutely. I think that giving them an opportunity to have a very complete picture of um, of what they have available to sell has definitely improved the quality, because we can control, for example, images. Images are huge, and if you're taking orders, as most reps are, from paper catalogs, but also from a digital platform such as MarketTime, you want to be able to show as many pictures of the product as possible. And if I was a rep or an agency, I might just choose to just cherry pick some images if I was the one having to, spend my time setting up multiple vendors. And in this case, we take care of that. We add all the images that we have available. So if they're packaging to product to contents, lifestyle, it can all be showcased
Mhm.
through MarketTime. And I think, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So when people can really see all sides of an item, then the order, um, it's automatically going to be impacted. You're going to be able to write better orders when you can convey the product through pictures.
Perfect. Definitely agree with that part. And there's also other kind of aspects of an order that I guess specify its health. We call it healthy orders because obviously having product in there is very important with the accurate pricing and pictures for brand representation. But there's also smaller things about the order that I hear from a lot of vendors that are often incorrect. So for example, in my screen here, this is other settings in MarketTime you can control. One of those important settings is payment terms, which payment terms each one of the manufacturers accept, because you certainly don't want reps submitting orders through that have net 60 or American Express if you don't accept American Express. And that is also something that's incredibly easy to specify in MarketTime just once. And then whenever the reps are writing orders for your brand, for example, if you don't accept American Express, you just get rid of it. That way, whenever the reps write orders, there is zero possibility an order comes through with an American Express card because it's all controlled by the vendor. Other things such as like
Promotions would be
minimum,
another one, I would say.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely. So promotions are a huge thing. If you're allowed to say, what kind of promotions do you guys input into MarketTime?
Sure. Yeah, we do our year-round promotions, and then anything that's a special. So just as your example data here shows, that would be something that you would see on the Djeco side as well. It's a good
Perfect.
example.
Definitely. Yeah. Promotions, promotional codes are very important, especially for like integrating orders into your own ERP system. Some other things I can think of are very basic wholesale requirements, such as minimum order dollar amounts, minimum reorders, specifying where orders need to go to the manufacturer. These are just kind of a handful of examples that allow you to control your data. Now, one of our more exciting features in MarketTime, which is relatively new, is the shoppable catalogs. And it's my understanding that Djeco has their own shoppable catalog uploaded. I believe Marina did it very quickly and easily while she was in the airport leaving Astra. And so, have you heard about any of the reps utilizing the Djeco shoppable catalog? Like, are they excited to be able to use something like that?
They're in the process kind of right now. It's something that we have experimented with, but as our reps are slowly implementing their new presence on MarketTime, they're going into our shoppable catalog. And I mean, having 400, 500 products, it's so nice to just have something available, that kind of resource where you have the image, the product, um, the wholesale price, the quantities, just everything right there in front of you. So you don't have to have multiple documents open at once.
Perfect. Yes, we are very excited about this. I can pull it up on my screen for you guys here. I have an example of a manufacturer that I loaded up in just minutes. If you guys don't know what this is, a shoppable catalog is essentially a PDF that the reps, the retailers using your B2B websites are able to order from and interact with. So they're able to flip through pages. It even makes a funny swoosh sound when you flip pages, and it hotspots it. That's what makes it interactable. And just for reference, Marina, you said, I remember you were doing this at the airport. How long did it take you to upload your shoppable catalog for Djeco?
Oh, probably 5 minutes, and that's pretty impressive considering I was on the airport public Wi-Fi.
Right. That is very good, because a lot of our competitors, they have this capability of being able to interact with a PDF, but you have to do it manually. Ours uses OCR technology, which is optical character recognition, and it hotspots all the items for you. And then the reps, the retailers, are able to flip through it and create their orders. So this has been a very exciting feature, one of many that we've been introducing here at MarketTime. All right. Now, another question that you guys had thought I should raise, of course, during this webinar, because you were very excited to help out. Whenever it comes to like manufacturers doing this, a lot of the complaints I hear, or maybe not so much of a complaint, but a caution, is who's going to complete this on my team? Because a lot of vendors that reps work with perhaps don't have a large team or assets like Marina, who are able to do this all pretty easily. So for a vendor out there, what would you say whenever they say who's going to do this on my team, and what skill levels does it require for someone to be able to handle this?
I would say do not put it on your reps to load in this information. Then you're taking like 2 hours out of one rep group and then another rep group and then another rep group. It's so much easier just to have one person. If you even have one person that just knows how to work an Excel file, like Doc was showing earlier, that's easy. That's all it takes. It doesn't take a lot of experience. I mean, I am young, fresh out of college, and all about spreadsheets and technology and stuff, but it doesn't take that kind of skill level to complete this at all.
Perfect. So just like Excel, you got to know a little bit about Excel at least. You don't have to be an expert, but you got to know about how to load up files with Excel and make changes in Excel. And you might have mentioned it a little bit before, but on average, how much time do you spend in MarketTime? I would say a month, a week. Like, what's your kind of time frame and usage of MarketTime to keep it up to date? Keep your products up to date, pricing, inventory for the rep agencies.
Yeah, maybe 30 minutes a week. That's all it really takes.
30 minutes a week. Okay, that's good. And then setting it up, you just kind of spent a day on getting all of your products uploaded. It's not too much to ask for, right? Just to get your product set up once, and then 30 minutes a week on orders. Does this include orders? Because I know that's a big part of the MarketTime system, is for a manufacturer like yourself to receive all your orders and process them through MarketTime. Is that including 30 minutes a week for orders?
So a lot of that is taken care of by our warehouse. So they'll export the orders and take care of that. So actually, it's pretty hands off when it comes to that.
Awesome.
Managing
Great.
the vendor, 30 minutes.
Perfect. All right. So really that's kind of like the main points I wanted to touch on today, guys, is really the ease of the MarketTime system for the vendors, the vendor management side, and the benefits that you receive, being healthy orders, brand control, just better supporting your sales reps so they're able to do their job, which is go out there and sell, as opposed to having to handle this administrative work, which really isn't that much. Spend a day on it one time, load up your data, and then about 30 minutes a week to keep it up to date, which I'm sure varies based on how often your product changes or your inventory levels change. And then on the order receiving side, since we do facilitate an integration to make orders go from our system to your warehouse without anyone really touching it or doing any manual jobs, really just kind of, I think, highlights the efficiency of being able to use MarketTime. Now,
Yeah.
very important question I wanted to add to the list that I didn't brief you guys on. How do you get this out to your reps? Like, how would you recommend letting your reps know about this feature? And then from the flip side, how do reps get their vendors to use it? Like, is there any kind of key to be able to push them on the system?
You know, I think vendors have to be motivated. I mean, would you, me thinking, would you want to have your rep groups taking time out of their day, 2, 3 hours to update every single vendor that they have, or would you rather have them out there selling your product? You know, so from that point of view, it's like, it's really kind of a vendor responsibility to carry out those tasks. And I mean, having the data complete from all your orders in your warehouse and just being able to spread that information correctly is probably the best way to do it.
Perfect.
I
All right.
think that I think MarketTime is unique in the fact that, you guys you offer this option to the vendors, where in the past we've never had it before. We've just relied on our independent rep groups to maintain the order writing software that they choose, and they've always been responsible for maintaining that. We actually haven't had the opportunity to participate and had access to it. And I think that maybe some of the people on this call are also, remembering those days and thinking, I didn't really even realize that I have this chance to control this or to contribute. And so I think that's to the advantage of MarketTime, and it's great because we have so many rep groups that are utilizing it now, and we're all sharing this wonderful resource together, that it's our chance to participate in something that we didn't necessarily have access to before.
Perfect. Well, I'm very glad that you guys do participate, and you've been very vocal about kind of wanting to tell your story. So I'm glad we got to tell it. And great. If there's any other closing thoughts, we can move on to question and answer. This gives a chance for all of our attendees here today, if they do have questions, to Marina, to Julie, to myself. Let's try to keep them hopefully specifically to the vendor management side of MarketTime. Of course, if you have just any general questions about MarketTime, I can certainly answer them for you, but you guys all joining, Kurt, Lynn, Linda, Paul, every single one on this call right now, feel free to ask questions in the questions panel for GoToMeeting. For any three of us, we'll be here for a little bit longer and able to answer your questions. Looks like we have one question through from Jacob. Any enhancements to vendor management within MarketTime that you would find helpful? This one is to Julie or Marina. Is there anything else we could do? Because we, like you guys probably know, we do all of our development in-house. So all of our developers are full-time employees. None of it's outsourced, and we can do things that our customers want. Is there anything you guys want?
Tough question.
That is a big question. I would say, I don't know how long this has been available to us, but one of the last things that we had to utilize that you do offer is live updating of inventory. So we just came online with that through our warehouse, that connectivity last week. So we're now finally using one of the resources that you've created in that way, so that our reps can see exactly the inventory that is available. Otherwise, that's part of the 30 minutes a week that Marina was talking about. She had been manually updating the stock for the reps, and now we've got an automatic feed. So.
Perfect. Yeah, that was huge, from warehouse integrations to ERP integrations that we can offer to just bring over the inventory levels, especially now more than ever with all the supply chain shortages. So that's great. Another thing we are introducing as well, don't know if I mentioned it to you before or not, but is going to be our Pay platform, which will allow MarketTime to essentially offer your retailers and your reps the net 30 to net 60 terms and take on all the risk. That is one thing that we're coming out with very soon. And, you know, if there's any other things that you guys might like to see in the system, we're certainly all ears. We're ready to add them in. Paul had a question as well. Will you be able, or will you be adding a feature that allows manufacturers to feature product videos? Yes, Paul, we do have that introduced as well, where you can see in MarketTime, and this might be news to you, Julie, as well, and Marina. For items, we've introduced another type of media you're able to upload, and that's videos, MP4s. You can see it loaded in here right now where it specifies videos must be in MP4 format, but you are able to upload product videos if you have them. And you can also do GIFs as well. We've had GIFs or GIFs, however you want to pronounce it. But yes, you are able to do those, Paul. All you have to do is click on the little button right here, and that'll allow you to select the MP4 video from your computer for any given product. So those are really cool. Looks like we have a question from Meredith. She says that, how do I sign up for this? How do I get my vendor to sign up? So first question, how you sign up for it is you just go to markettime.com. A lot of times your rep agencies will invite you to do this, but if you go to markettime.com, click on the login button at the top right-hand side, there is a create an account button. You'll see it right here on the login screen, create an account, and then that walks you through creating your account for MarketTime. If you're a manufacturer, sales agency, a salesperson, or an existing user, this will walk you through account creation. You can also reach out to us at MarketTime. Many of you on this call already know, but we are available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. Central. So if you do have questions, you can call us here in Dallas. We're here every day and we're eager to answer your questions. And you can talk to a real person, which is great also. You don't have to deal with emails or chat lines. The second part is how do you get your vendor signed up? I think that was a question that we had earlier about exactly how for rep agencies, since that is the biggest challenge to get them signed up. And we covered that a little bit. Oh, we have another question as well from Bernardo. Bernardo says, hi, Julie and Marina. Doc, thank you for your time today. Great to learn about some of the features we at Latoy Van are not utilizing to the full extent. My question is the interactive catalog available to all vendors, or is this an optional module? Yes, it is available to all vendors, Bernardo. You know, there's not really a charge with this. It should just be easily accessible. You can do it in MarketTime under the documents page. So in MarketTime, what you're going to want to do is navigate to your documents page on the sidebar, items, documents, and it's specifically this button right here that says publish digital catalog. That will walk you through uploading your PDF file. It has instructions in there to walk you through, you know, using the OCR technology. It's just a 1, 2, 3 step, and it'll do it all for you. So yes, that should be available to you, Bernardo. And yeah, I think you guys are also with TBF as well. You should be able to do that same integration where we can have all of your inventory levels flow over just like we have with Djeco. Looks like we have a question from Jerry. How can I get set up to use at a show? I have an account. Reach out to me. Just like Marina and Julie did, they wanted to be able to write orders. I think you guys were on Handshake before. Is that accurate?
Yep, we were.
Okay.
We were using Handshake.
Perfect. So yeah, reach out to myself, Gary. My email's doc, D-O-C-K at markettime.com, or you can email us at sales@markettime.com and we can get you hooked up to write orders. Jacob has another question. Wow, I see new catalog folders button. How does that work? Oh, also new release, this might be news to you as well, Julie and Marena, but we have introduced folderization for your catalogs. As you can see, my dummy manufacturer I have set up has a ton of different catalogs and documents uploaded to share with the rep agencies. This just allows better organization. So you're able to kind of folderize it by creating a folder for maybe catalog specifically, a folder for your customer credit applications. Is there any other kind of documents you guys are uploading right now into MarketTime, or is it pretty much just catalogs and shoppable catalogs?
Catalogs, any kind of like documents that we want sales reps to be able to share with customers, maybe like, I don't know, like a bestsellers or something like that. Those are the kind of documents that we typically include.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't done it now, you can certainly use the folderization option just to keep it better organized. Paul says, before you go, can you bang that gong behind you? Yeah, I'll do that before we go, Paul. It's pretty loud. I think that's all the questions though. So thanks guys for joining. I know we kept this one kind of short and sweet. Julie and Marena, thank you guys as always for joining. I'll probably see you in January at the shows, so look forward to it. And
Absolutely.
perfect. All right, thanks guys. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, stick around, Paul. I'll bang it. I don't want to annoy everyone though, because it is really loud. That's our sales gong. Anytime we make a sale, we got to ring it. So awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. You guys are free to leave now. For those of you who did register, you'll be sent a recording of this tomorrow. Thanks. All right. I'll stick around for a little bit longer if you guys have questions, though. Julie and Marena, have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Paul, Bernardo. All right. I think that we answered everyone's questions. I'm going to ring it, Paul. It's going to be loud, though. Can you hear it? Is it loud? Maybe. Oh, that's not you? I thought that was you. Anyway. All right. No more questions. I'm ending it.